Hey guys, Dani here, and welcome to my little corner of the internet. A few weeks ago, I took a class at Today at Apple, and I have a few thoughts on it, coming up. Like I said, I took a class at Today at Apple. It was a music class, and there's a few things that Apple does really well, a few things that they don't do very well, and a ton of room for them to grow. So let's start with the good. The entire concept of Today at Apple is a spectacular idea. Being able to walk into an Apple store and take classes in a ton of different creative fields for free is awesome, and it benefits Apple because if people are learning how to use certain programs and certain products, which will all happen to be Apple products, when they're ready to buy their next device, they're gonna go with the thing that they know how to use, which can only increase sales for Apple. It's also a great way to discover new apps because, let's be honest, I personally don't go on the App Store very often unless I'm looking for a specific app or I'm updating my already downloaded apps. I do not spend a lot of time on the App Store scrolling and finding new apps because, frankly, it just doesn't interest me and I tend to not find anything, so I stop looking. It's also great if they have partnership deals because in this particular class, we were using something called Rolly Blocks. I'll put an image right here for it. And I don't really understand what they are, but all I know is I spent an hour playing with this and it's super cool and I'm gonna do a ton of research on it and probably buy it at some point because it seems to have a lot of potential, and this is a product that I wouldn't know existed unless I took this class. Lastly, they do an amazing job with kids. I got to Apple a little bit early, so I was able to catch the tail end of the previous session, which was, I think, video making for kids. And honestly, by the end of this session, these 4 kids were so excited, super amped, asking their dad to come back to take another class. The instructor was telling them how they have another class to teach them how to make music videos on iPads, and they were just super excited, so willing to learn. So Apple has really cornered that kid market, and they do it very well. And now for the bad. At least at my location, this class was held smack dab in the middle of the store. There wasn't a separate area, so we were quite literally in the middle of the store. That means that while this person was talking, I could barely hear them. They actually ended up putting on a microphone and using a Beats pill to amplify their voice so that I could hear them, and I was sitting right beside them. And because these classes aren't really known by a lot of people and aren't very popular yet, it was kind of a good thing because I was the only one there, meaning that the class was tailored to what I wanted to learn. So we were focusing on an app called Noise, but the instructor did ask me what I wanted to use it for, and I said to make background tracks for my YouTube videos. So we also went into Garageband and learned a few things in there as well because I had said that. But at the same time, because they're also not popular, they're really trying to entice other people to come and join the classes in the middle of these classes. So there was a lot of stopping and starting because it's someone who'd show up for 10 minutes, they'd have to explain how everything works again, and then they'd get bored after about 10 minutes and leave, and then another person would come. They also were trying to almost broadcast the lesson to everyone in the store to get interested. So the way that they were talking wasn't directly to me, it wasn't particularly personal, and they went into a lot of things that I already knew how to do, and I was trying to explain that I already knew how to do them, but it just seemed that he also wanted to pique other people's interests in the store. So he went over how to download an app, how to connect a Bluetooth device. I already know how to do that stuff, and I can pretty much figure out this stuff anyway in 3 seconds. You don't need to go over it for me because I play with this kind of stuff all the time, but it just seemed that he really wanted the other people in the store to be like, ooh, that sounds interesting, come on over. Oh, and to the point of being smack dab in the middle of the store, I know that Apple recently announced at I think last year's WWDC about the new type of Apple store called Town Square, I think, which will have meeting rooms and other things like that. Obviously, that would be much more conducive to learning but at the same time, it doesn't seem like they are rushing to convert all their old stores to new stores, and they just need to figure out a way to make that class kind of feel work without being in the middle of the store and it's super distracting with all the noise and everyone moving around and doing all that stuff. And on to what Apple can improve on. I would really love to see some different tiers of classes, so like intermediate and professional. I know Apple creates a whole host of professional apps, including Logic Pro and Final Cut Pro. I would love to see for them to actually have classes for that. They just basically need to expand the entire Today at Apple model. And I also think that they need to really entice people to take these classes, whether it's getting like electronic badges kind of similar to the Apple Watch with the exercise and fitness badges, or just getting like maybe a 5 or 10% discount off of whatever products are being used in that class. I think those things could really entice people to come and actually take the classes, which could only expand the knowledge base and all that kind of stuff. I would also love to see more open sessions where people can just kind of come in and work on whatever they're working on, and maybe be able to ask some Apple employees some questions about certain things, because I know that I would love to just like maybe go edit a video at Apple, and if I had like a particular random question about Final Cut Pro, that I could just turn around and ask an Apple person and get an answer really quick without having to search YouTube videos or Google or all that kind of stuff. It would also make a great space for collaboration and just meeting other creative people in your area. I would also love for Apple to take initiative in that creative field. So with those like open sessions, maybe if someone's working on an app and that app is a great idea and that's recognized by an Apple employee, there could be a way for that person to get funding or extra support or something to help develop that app, especially if they're trying to use it to better everyone else's lives or progress humanity forward or something like that. I think that would be amazing. And finally, I really think that there should be a more streamlined way for consumers to request particular classes that they are interested in. Overall, I think Today at Apple is a fantastic idea with exponential potential. I think it can really help a new generation of creative people learn how to create in different ways. I legit have like so many ideas for how Apple can expand Today at Apple. Honestly, if anyone from Apple ever sees this, call me. I will give you all my ideas for free, because I really want this program and this platform to take off, because I see the potential in it. That's all I have for you guys today. I would love to hear your thoughts on Today at Apple, or if you guys have taken any classes at Today at Apple. If you found value in this video, consider subscribing. You'll also have a chance to win a microphone of your choice and a 3-month subscription to your favorite streaming service. I really hope that you'll give this video a thumbs up and share it with a few people. I will see you guys next time. Bye!